Hello, how are you doing? My name is Joanna Gabrielle. I speak 5 languages and I'm here to help you get rid of intermediate and finally get to understand and speak English fluently. And today, let's talk about pronunciation. Let's have this pronunciation class. Let's talk about 10 often mispronounced words in English. But before we start, I want you to be sure to keep in mind that your pronunciation is not the most important thing. It doesn't come first in your fluency, in your list of worries. So you should indeed practice and try to improve your pronunciation every day because it makes your English better, it improves your English, but you should not be worried about it because it's something that's meant to be a soft process. So do not worry about it, do not be preoccupied about it, just try and practice. So everything I say, you repeat just after me, okay? So first word is this one. This one is a little difficult because it is long. Long words are often viewed as more difficult by learners. So this one even has the TH sound in the middle. So you should say enthusiastic. Enthusiastic. Remember to repeat after me, okay? So let's say it together. Enthusiastic. 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 Great. Now, the next one are these three words. They actually look alike because they look alike in the writing and also the pronunciation. What makes these words not difficult but tricky is that they have all the letter O, but it doesn't have an O sound. So you won't say word or world or work, but instead you will say word, world, and work. It's more like a sound. So word, world, work. All right? Word. Let's repeat after me. Word, world, work. Word, world, work. Okay? Right. Let's continue. Next one are these three words right here. Why? Because they are very similar to just like these three, but their pronunciation is slightly different. First of them, it's all about the stress syllable, the strongest sound on the word. So in this word right here, how would you say this word? Because the strongest syllable of it is pho. So it's photograph, photograph. It's not like photograph or photograph, but photograph, photograph. But when we come to this one, it's not photography, but it's rather photography. Photography. So the strongest one is toe. Photography. Photography. And this one, what do you think? Is it photographic? Photograph? But photographic. Photographic. So these three words, they look a lot alike, both in spelling and also in the meaning, because they all have something to do with photos, but they have different stress syllables. So photograph, photography, and photographic. Now, the next two words are kind of similar too, because they have the same problem. The problem in this word right here is the letter E, because even though it has the letter E in the middle, you won't really pronounce it. It's not that it's technically wrong, but Nowadays, nobody will pronounce this letter E right there. So instead of saying vegetable, or even worse, vegetable, because you see the word table here and then you would like to pronounce it the same, but it's not table. And it's not vegetable, but it's vegetable. 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 You just ignore this letter right here and you say like veg, veg, vegetable, vegetable, vegetable. With this word, it happens the same, but not with the letter E, but the letter O. So you won't say like comfortable or comfortable, but you would say like comfortable, comfortable, comf, comf, comfortable, 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 right? So this word and this word, they have the same problem. The letters in the middle, the vowels in the middle that we don't pronounce. So vegetable, comfortable. These words, they are actually they have the same problem as well, but one of them is slightly worse than the other because this word right here, almond, in many parts of the US, they will pronounce the L in it. So if you go to the US, depending on the place, depending on the region, and depending on the person who are you talking to, this person is probably going to say almond, almond, almond. But in many other places in the world, you should hear this one as almond, almond, without the letter L. So almond, almond. But this one is different because this one we don't say the L, but it's less a region thing, you know? This one is more commonly said without the L, independent of the place where you are. So it's always going to be salmon, 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 salmon. No salmon, salmon. No, but salmon. Okay, let's repeat with me. Salmon, almond. Now this one has the same problem because you don't pronounce the letter L in it. So instead of saying walk, walk, you would say more of walk, walk, walk. Okay, you just ignore the letter L in the middle. And this one is a kind of a hard one because, well, let's make a deal. Let's get straight to this point. Some words are in this list because people misunderstand them, but some others are in this list because they are really difficult. This one is one of them. It's difficult because it has two strong sounds in the end. They are close to each other. So it's the TH sound, th, and the S sound, that's z. So you should say clothes, 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 clothes. Of course, you don't have to pronounce this TH with a lot of emphasis, like clothes. No, you don't have to say it. But it must be there because if you don't, you will sound almost the same as clothes, clothes. But it's not the same word and it's definitely not the same pronunciation. So instead of saying clothes, you should say clothes, 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 clothes. Okay? Let's practice with me. Clothes, clothes, clothes. These are my clothes. These are my clothes. Now the next one has a different spelling depending if you are on the US or in the UK. This spelling right here is the American spelling, and it's more of the way it is written. It is talked actually. And this one is the British pronunciation, the British, not pronunciation, the British spelling. Okay, it's a lot more different, different from the actual pronunciation. So this word, it's talked, it's pronounced as jewelry, jewelry, jewelry. It's not jewelry, 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 just like this letter E right here, but it's more of this jewelry, jewelry, jewelry. Okay, the sound of letter L comes right before the sound of letter R. So jewelry, jewelry, jewelry. Okay, did you repeat with me? I hope so. And then last but not least, we have this word. It's a day of the week, the day that comes after Tuesday. And this day, it also has one letter that we don't pronounce. That's the letter D. We, instead of saying Wednesday, we will say more of Wednesday, 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 Wednesday. Let's repeat with me. Wednesday. Great. Now, let's make sentences with these words right here. So, I'm very enthusiastic to be here. I love this word. I love living in the world. I love to work with English. This is a beautiful photograph. This is a good photography. This is very photographic. I love eating vegetables. You look very comfortable there. I like eating salmon and almond. I like to walk every day. These are my fancy clothes. I don't like to wear jewelry very much. And I love Wednesdays. So make your own sentences, comment below, and follow me. Subscribe for more.